people, and welcome back to part 58 of Buguzia, the city's Skylines build guide. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. You would have seen in the start of today's episode the little kind of live stream highlights that we did last week. So this is residing over between kind of the secondary downtown and the University of Liberal Arts, which by the way has been renamed into the Buguzia Liberal Arts College of Knowledge, which was one of the suggestions. We had many suggestions for this university, so thank you for all the comments on that. There was literally too many amazing ones to choose from, and yeah, I really appreciate you guys kind of getting involved with this as well. We also had a suggestion from a little girl that watches the Let's Play, and she said that she's I think it was her mum. She said that she's really enjoying this series, and that's like super cute. That's like it's just amazing. So hello to you. Yeah. So we have added in a little bit of residential, a park which the monorail crosses over, which looks really cool. So yeah, there it goes. And yeah, this was just a nice little transition again into kind of the high density stuff. I did some nice work down on the beach. You can see we've still got some kind of dead spaces here to fill in. And we had a suggestion from subscriber Rose to add some kind of national park stuff along the beach, which we'll definitely be doing at some point as well. So still lots of exciting things to do. And also, you would have seen as well, where are we? Here. So this is the new zoo that resides at the bottom of the hillside community, which is still developing. And yeah, we have this thing right here, right? So it's supposed to be a giraffe, and DM in the Discord did a much better job right here. You see, he did a much better job of kind of painting out this giraffe here. It's a lot better than my version. I guess mine, it kind of looks like a dwarf's giraffe, like it's had some kind of growth problems. But yeah, so we made a giraffe on the live stream as well. However, let's get into today's episode. So today we are going to be trying to build a farmland residential kind of block. So I wanted to see if we could kind of integrate the two zoning types together. So we'll be doing farmland alongside residential. And yeah, I guess we'll just kind of see how that turns out. So we are hanging out over by the kind of the new town centre over here. Oil Town is here, airport's right there. And yeah, we'll kind of see what we can make of this. So we have a bunch of fertile land, which is obviously represented by this light green patch we have going on. So let's begin to kind of map out some little road networks. So I think what we'll do is we'll kind of create our residentials first, right? So let's begin to kind of bring some nice, simple, old school residential grid patterning out. Just get our network planned out a little bit. And then let's curve this road. I think we'll curve by 10 and then out by 10 again. And then we'll bring him up to there. And then let's just draw out a road marker so we know where we're snapping to. So everyone remains parallel and everyone's happy. Okay, so let's bring these guys down a touch. Gotta do some nice detail alongside kind of the highway slip road here as well. And we'll hook in. So essentially what we're doing here is like we're kind of like, you know, starting a new city. It's we're like just building a new town, I guess. So we're gonna try and remember some of those things that we've learned from the past. So we'll have this road here, and what we'll do is we'll make a little bit of I think we'll actually take this back a touch, and then we'll start to break away from the grid. So we'll just have some very slight curves with our freeform tool. Kind of take him in that direction over there, and then begin to kind of curve him around like that. So I think kind of around the roundabout here will make kind of a good centre for our kind of schools and stuff, maybe a few parks. It's kind of the recreational stuff that makes Sims happy. And we'll probably just leave that as a dead end and drop in some schools and stuff here. Maybe even turn this area into a little bit of a parkland as well. Lots of ideas to do. Okay, so now we're approaching that fertile land. Let's go ahead and actually map out where we want this industrial area to sit. So there was previously one here, which we will take away. Goodbye. Okay, So I think we'll kind of have a very harsh transition into the road. So we'll go for medium industrial road. And we'll just kind of draw him up around this. And let's kind of get a box in here. So it's not going to be too big. Like, we're not going to fill all this land out with farmland. And it's probably not going to hit level 5 either. Just because of the size it's going to be. Okay, so let's break this back now, and then we can find a nice place to snap on. And this will just give us a more accurate road guideline. And then we can hook him up like that. So using these nice kind of treed roads for nice main roads. And then again, you know, we do want this thing surrounded with the residential. So I'm going to keep on my kind of little cul-de-sacs. I don't know what these are called elsewhere in the world. I think in England we kind of call them closes because they're closed at the end. I think that's why they're called that. I don't know. I'm sure someone in the comments will correct me anyway. Okay, so for New Town, that's going to be a nice kind of road layout, and it's breaking away from the pattern that we had in the New Town here. So nothing's going to be kind of overly symmetrical. And let's maybe upgrade the roundabout here as well. So with the industrial traffic that this thing is going to produce, it's not going to be too major to the point where we need to kind of create any significant kind of road network to handle all that traffic. It should be okay just by itself. So let's dive into our farm stuff. And then we can come into our farm main building. And I think if we just have this placed up along the side of the road, how does it look? We may even change these industrial roads. We'll see. We'll kind of see how it turns out, right? And then because it's kind of in and amongst all this concrete, I think we're going to keep the concrete running through the farm itself. How would the tree roads look in a farm? So for you guys that watch the modular build, you will probably recognize this kind of design right here. Let's go ahead and paint out that industrial area, and we'll kind of keep it just locked onto the roads for right now. If you guys don't know, when you're painting out your districts, the district painting tool will actually snap to road nodes. It just helps them keep a little neater. Okay. So definitely want some kind of field up alongside the main road right here. So let's have a little look through the assets and see what would work nicely. So this is exactly what I'm after, right? So I'm kind of planning my network out exactly how I want things to appear. So I want the crops right up alongside this main road. Okay, so that'll be the fruit field. Let's check out a couple more. See what else would look nice. And again, you know, we are going to keep it small, so there won't be kind of the large ones. We could possibly use a medium as well. Let's have a look at the crop. See how that fits in. So a small crop field right here. Okay, let's kind of change the appearance. Let's maybe go for corn. Yeah, so corn looks really nice. It's kind of like a natural border as well because it's a little taller than the rest of the assets. And it's all kind of uniform right up alongside the pavement and the sidewalk here, whereas the trees are a little bit... You know, we can decorate ourselves with trees. Okay. So those are a few little ideas we can use out. Alright guys, so I've flipped the building onto its side so it's facing this road, and then this is just going to allow us to kind of place a couple of these things in. So we'll probably go a little longer. It's going to get 3 on each side, I think. And then that'll give us kind of a nice repeating pattern. So I'm using the corn decal or appearance, whatever you want to call it. And then I think kind of the main road that runs through the farm will have it that kind of comes through like this. And then I think I am actually going to upgrade these roads right here. I think the industrial road may be just a little bit too harsh. And then we can delete that as well. And then let's actually maybe bring this guy up as well. So this is going to kind of create a nice little box around our farm. So, you know, I said it's going to be super small. And hopefully it'll kind of work out in the end. Okay. So when we're placing our small crop fields here, these do not have a noise pollution effect. However, the main building does. So if we kind of have a look at our noise pollution overlay here, we can see there's a very small amount of noise. Placing this near your residential, obviously you need to be wary of noise pollution, but this little amount, you really don't need to be concerned with it, unless the houses are like right here, which we're not going to be doing. It'd be really nice as well to get some of the green cities commercial in here. That'd be really sweet. Okay, so let's delete these little roads right here. Okay, so I think we'll run with the flour mill, which is unfortunately a very slightly polluted building. But, so we're just going to bring it away a little ways from our crop fields here. We'll probably put it on a little one-way loop as well. Let's come out by kind of this much, and then we'll grab the building itself. So this is going to take our crops that we produce right here and then turn them into flour. Yeah, we've been over kind of the Industries DLC stuff before. You guys know how it works now. And that's going to create a lovely little box right around our little flour mill here. And we can do some nice little barn detail in here as well. So if you end up with kind of empty spaces like this in your industrial areas, particularly with farming, obviously, you know, you might kind of have different industrial areas that you're using right here, then, you know, it's fine. So placing a small barn, and if you haven't watched the Farmland modular build, then you'll kind of recognize this. So I'm going to paint out my farm fence with all my snapping off. I'm going to bring him just in this field right here. Okay. And it's just going to, you know, it's not much, but it's just going to help bring it to life a little bit more. And we can maybe throw in a rock or two in here as well. You want to kind of be wary of the trees here, because obviously they will die because this building is causing pollution. However, you can use undergrowth. Undergrowth will not be affected by kind of polluted buildings. So we can drop a couple kind of in here and there as well. So it's kind of like a little overgrown field that the farm road doesn't use anymore. And it's just going to be, you know, it's a nice change of texture and colour in amongst all your farmland stuff, right? Okay, so I'm pretty happy with kind of the farmland itself right now. Let's begin to work on the town around it. So we said we wanted some green city stuff in. So I think kind of the area right opposite the farm would make a really nice spot for some green city stuff. And we'll probably do some down here as well. Let's kind of bring it up to kind of these corners right here. And of course we'll go local and organic produce for Maple Park. If anybody wants to name the farm, by the way, please feel free just to throw it in the comments. And I'll rename it for next episode. So nice big block of green cities commercial right here, and then also up along here as well. So the vibe I'm hoping this will generate will be you know, kind of it's local and organic produce. The produce that's produced here at the farm will be sold on these little stores right here. So let's take a look at some more buildings to kind of get in this thing. Let's go for, so we said we wanted to do something with this. Let's have all our snapping back on. And we'll have a nice road that comes out probably like here. Maybe make a little school centre here. Let's go ahead and grab some schools for our Sims. And then once everything is out in this region, it'll start leveling up really nicely. So can we fit the Institute of Creative Arts in? Yes, we can. And we'll go for the school as well. Wonderful. How much room do we have here? It's really not a lot, is it? Let's kind of redraw this road in a little bit. Wonderful. Alright then, let's start getting some zonings in. So I think we'll have maybe one more road through here. Just like this. Cool. So this is going to give us a really nice kind of suburban surround for our little farm over here. And obviously during the live streams we'll continue to flesh out all these areas around the foot of the mountain as well. Should look really nice once it's all done. Or maybe do we have green cities housing here as well? I think maybe we do. Because we haven't done... Hold on, let me just double check here. We haven't done kind of a large, low density green city housing since over here. This was a long time ago. So maybe that's what we do. Yeah, okay, let's do that. I'm going to paint out the area. Okay, so we've zoned out all of our green city stuff. And we'll begin to kind of watch this thing take shape. So we won't have zoning everywhere. We'll just do some very brief ones. Save some room, some paths as well in places like this. And let's kind of get these nice green cities houses in. So right up along the main road here as well. And along here. If you wanted to, you could also do the Imperial Jedi path detailing that we did last episode as well. I know some of you guys really enjoyed that. I think we'll have this main road here as commercial. So this is the road that's going up towards the farm. And we'll save this area right here. This will be kind of a park entrance as well. And we've probably got a nice big opportunity for some zonings right through here. Huge block. That'll probably be enough for right now. And then we'll make sure everyone is watered and utilitied up. Okay, of course, since we are building a new residential area, we are going to need a couple of the new buildings in order to sustain this thing. So again, a nice big main building up alongside the road here. And the child healthcare centre can maybe come right near the entrance of the roundabout. How would this look? Yeah, I don't think that's too bad. Do let me know what you guys think of going all green cities here. Let me know if you would prefer it to be residential, just like regular residential. I'm really interested to see how this will kind of turn out, combining these styles together. And we've got lots more opportunity here to keep on going. Right through here as well. See, I'm kind of keeping my tiles, my zonings as uniform as possible. I don't want too many odd shapes throughout here. But, you know, I'm not too bothered to the point where we're zoning specific 4x4. We can maybe have another road that cuts through the back here as well. And this will give us a little more even zoning to play with. Right up along here too. We'll take it off that one right there. Cool. So a little town is slowly beginning to develop. Let's talk about the little park that we wanted in and around here. So let's make a city park, and we should be able to squeeze in a main gate through here. Fantastic. So integrating these small little city parks into kind of, you know, I feel like I say this a lot, but awkward shaped spaces. You know, because you can't just plop a building in there unless you're playing with plot growables. You know, you can't really kind of fit in what you want. So city parks are a perfect way of filling those spaces, I think. So we have the main gate. We'll have probably a side gate in here as well. One over here on the main road. Let's actually maybe move that over a tile. And then possibly one down here as well. And I think what we'll use is we'll go for nature reserve paths here. You know, everything's very green, so we'll try and stick to that whole green cities vibe with the parks and the paths as well. So again, we'll turn off all our snapping, and we'll have our little, let's come out a bit here, and then we can come up through there. So there won't be kind of too many attractions within this park itself. It's mainly just going to be trees. May get like a little plaza or a cafe in there at some point as well. Okay, so let's check out some of the green city stores that are developing. So this should be a really nice kind of high street once everything's come in and it's surrounded by the residentials behind. Now we do have a bunch more residential demand, commercial demand as well, so let's go ahead and fulfill some of that. We'll have some of these big 4x4 corners filled out as well. And that may be a little up alongside the park here too. That should be quite nice. Again, we'll trim off those odd shapes. So let's just go ahead and trim that so we get a 4x4 in there. And then we can mark this out for more residential as well. And again, I'm just going to take off those odd shapes that we get coming in. Alright, it's not looking too bad at the moment, I don't think. Interesting that the trucks are choosing to use this road right here. Which is not what I want to happen. I want people to use the roundabout. So we'll just pause, delete, and then we'll have this road just come up to the edge. Just like that. So I want people to enter the town through the roundabout. So I'm just going to give our farm trucks an alternative entrance into the area. Just going to use our two-way highway. And we'll just kind of hook this in here for right now and tidy up at a later date. Do some nice detailing on this as well. So this is obviously quite a dangerous intersection. So we'll sort that out at a later date. There's no need to worry about that too much at the moment. But that's going to give our trucks and industrial traffic easier access into the farmland. That means they won't clog up. There isn't too much to clog it up, but it's nice just to be as efficient as possible, I suppose, whilst also trying to make it look nice. Okay, so let's look at some park assets. So I think definitely one of the small playgrounds would work nicely here. That's perfect. How about a dog park as well? Maybe right on the corner here where we have some free space. Fantastic. I also realised I've been pronouncing this wrong. It is called a botanical garden. I've been calling it, since 2015, a biotanical garden. I saw a comment on one of the videos the other day. I was like, no, it's not called botanical garden, and it is. I was like, oh wow, I've been calling that the wrong name for like 5 years, but it's fine. Okay, so we're getting some worker demands, which is fine. Once all the residentials come in, everyone will be happy. Let's work on our park a little bit more before we kind of move towards the detailing of the episode. And I think, do we want to go nature reserve fences here? Or city park? Let's kind of have a look at the two side by side. I really like the nature reserve fences. I think they look a little greener or organic, and it'll really fit in with the rest of the vibe of the town that's starting to develop here. Oh no, regular commercial is developing. Sorry friends, I know you have just set up business, but you will have to move out immediately. Would help if I was not on the remove policy tool. Wonderful. Alright, so they'll redevelop. Okay, I think we'll go with nature reserve fences. Again, let me know what you guys think about the nature reserve fences combined with the city park fence. We'll just kind of come up here, right? Come up to the path and up to the corner of the school. And then right here we can switch to our freeform. And we can get a nice bend up until this point. And then we can come back to our straight tool. Probably better to come off the angle right here. And then we can bring this guy right up along. Coming right there. So this is going to create a really nice border along the road. And I think we'll actually have these houses remain as regular houses. We won't have these as the Green Cities policy. We'll just kind of see how it develops. Let's look at some path cut-throughs. So one right here would be ideal. And you can hook up into there. And then we can maybe bring the one that runs all the way down the back of these residentials. And then at each point where we want to come out, just come out and hook a road in. Or hook a path in up to each avenue. And then people will be able to cut through a lot easier. Do the same here as well. Now, I think we've got enough room to squeeze through here. Just about. Boom. And then also we can do a kind of a false city park right here. Now, it's not going to be making us any money or going up in level, but it's going to be a nice little detail to sit behind all this commercial. And if you can, or if you want to, you can just zone this out with more commercial. Depends how dense you want the area to look, I suppose. Okay, so let's have a look at the kind of this green residential now it's all developed in. think what we'll do is we'll just run through with Traffic Manager again. It's been a while since I've mentioned this. If you're not playing without Traffic Manager, come into your infographics, traffic routes and junctions, and you can toggle traffic lights with this function right here. And you don't need Traffic Manager to turn off traffic lights. So the residential streets won't be too busy, so we'll just have everyone feed through this main road. This is the priority. And let's take a little tour down Main Street. So we're coming off the roundabout right here. Nice little city park, which we'll decorate towards the end as well. Look at this guy. Is anybody else having this? Since Sunset Harbour, I just have cars driving across the road. Right, this guy just doesn't care. There he goes. Yeah, this guy doesn't care, does he? Okay. So we've got some nice commercial along here. Some good spot for some trees in here as well when we come to detail. I really, really like the Green Cities commercial. They're easily some of the best looking assets in the game. I often get asked what my favourite DLC is. If you're kind of bored with the way the game looks, then get Green Cities. It's just a fantastic, fantastic little DLC. How are we doing for fire services and whatnot? Let's make sure everyone's covered. Yeah, these guys could do the fire station. So we'll probably plot this. Let's have a little look near the farm would be ideal, I guess. I guess we'll kind of plop it in here. That's fine. What we'll do is we'll just take that one strip of commercial out. Fantastic. And they do have a police station nearby, I think, don't they? Yeah, it's right there. That's fine. How about a med clinic? We do the med clinic here. The medical clinics are kind of really nice Main Street buildings as well. So I guess we can run this. Let's start to populate this side of the street as well. Make sure that we don't lose our path through there. And we'll look forward to kind of expanding this in live streams as well. So if you're interested in seeing how this develops, then stop by for one of the live streams. You can find out when they're happening by following me on Twitter and in our Discord, which are both linked below. And even if you can't make them, then the live streams are always uploaded to the channel afterwards as well. Okay guys, well that seems like a really nice foundation. We kind of have our farming town in right here. Hopefully you can kind of see how, combining a farm industry, or kind of any industry really, with its appropriate kind of sister DLC, green cities and farming, local and organic produce, all works nicely together. Can help you create a different part, help you create a nice different part of your map. I think it's worked out quite nicely. It'll look a lot better once we're detailed, so that's what we're going to do now. We're going to jump into the old detailing town maps, add some park features in here, lots of trees, and really pack this thing out with as much detail as we can. So we'll be right back, as always. Alright guys, that is going to do it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, a like below is always appreciated. Equally as much if you didn't enjoy it, please feel free to leave a dislike as well. Hopefully in today's episode you can kind of figure out how to combine two kind of polar opposite things with residential and industry, and we think we've created the start of a really nice new town here to sit at the foot of this enormous mountain in the Bergusian mountain range. Hang around for the rest of the outro charge and check out some of the detailing we did during the time-lapse, and see this place at night. I'm sure it's going to look really, really sweet. Otherwise, that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day.